G'day, Ben. How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for joining us on the podcast tonight.
No, thanks
Um,
for having me, man. Stoked
uh,
to be here.
anytime. You guys must be stoked for good things.
Yeah. Oh, man, we are so amped to be doing it. Like, it's definitely was not like on our bingo card for this year at all. So yeah, we're all super excited. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. What was the reaction?
It was mental, to be honest. I don't think there was a lot of people expecting us to be on it. So we were, yeah, the whole reaction to announcing it and all of that stuff was just unreal. It was really good.
Excellent. Did you guys get like insider info on the lineup, or did you have to wait like the rest of us?
A little bit. But it was like drips and drabs, just like everyone else. I think everyone was kind of, you know, playing a little bit of the guessing game. I had kind of some idea, I guess, because there was just so many different leaked things coming out. So it was, yeah, we didn't have much idea, but yeah, had some idea.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
What was your reaction, or the reaction of the guys as well, not just your own, but like the reaction to the lineup itself when you saw it?
Oh, unreal. Like me personally, like I'm a huge Limp Bizkit fan. Like, so to even be playing on the same lineup as them is just something that I never thought would be a thing. Like, it's yeah, really, really crazy. And like even bands like Bullet, like they were such a big inspiration for me. Like back in the day, yeah, it's such a cool like diverse lineup as well. Like
Yeah.
I can't believe Devo's on there, which is crazy, but I'm so excited to see them. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually going to be one of my main questions. Like all these bands, it feels like a lot of like my high school bands and stuff that I was into have come back into this. And like, was there anyone in the lineup that you saw as an inspiration? So, but that's all covered now. But is there anyone you're looking forward to hoping to hang with?
Um, I would really like to, for me personally, I would love to meet and hang out with Eloy Casagrande, I think his name is. He's like the drummer of Sepultura.
Yeah.
Been a huge, like as a drummer, like such a huge inspiration for me. Just as a player. If I got a chance to meet him and hang out, like I'd be just over the moon. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But you guys have obviously had a crazy couple of months.
Yeah.
August, you had the new album, which is your
Yeah.
sophomore album release, the pain you desire, the love you deserve.
Yeah.
What was the reception on the album?
Yeah, really good. Obviously, like doing it independently, you never really know like what's going to happen. But yeah, we're all really really chuffed with how the response has been and just seeing people like genuinely get really into it. Yeah, we put a lot of time and effort into it. Like we all moved down from Darwin like end of 2019 with a bit of this stuff written, and then with intention of doing it when we get to Melbourne and all the lockdowns happened and whatnot. So it was really nice to finally push through all that and have it released and actually see people genuinely enjoying it. Yeah, stoked.
Yeah, nice. So obviously you've just finished up your tour with Young Lions a couple of weeks ago. So
Yep.
did you guys have much of a chance to bring the new material to your live shows?
Yeah. We played a pretty heavy, like a heavy album side of tracks like in the set, which was really cool. We had a lot of people saying like who saw us maybe even 6 months ago to seeing us now were like, what the hell happened? Like you guys have gotten so much better in such a small space of time. And I think that's maybe because of the newer songs, like they might be translating a bit better. So it was nice to get that response as well and actually, feel like the new tracks are going down really well live.
Yeah, nice. Do you feel like in relation to the first album, was there
Hmm.
much change in people's tastes or even your own tastes after like COVID?
Yeah, big time. Like I think the records quite different to what we have done in the past. Like I think in the past we leaned pretty heavily into like the melodic hardcore kind of screamy side of things. And with the newer record, we just wanted to write something that like we all genuinely believed in and wanted to write about. But also not really have any like limitations in terms of where the music was going. I think having that thought process going into writing the record, you can kind of hear that. Like, it does definitely drift away from where we were, but it's like, I think it's translated really well into feeling a bit more natural and, you know, fluent. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a more genuine, I want to say.
Big time.
Yeah, album, but it's also let that artisticness
Yeah.
come out as well.
I think back, like, when we were first doing those earlier like releases, like, we couldn't think of certain things, so we would just kind of scream for the sake of screaming and like all those kind of things. Like, I think obviously when you like early days writing music, like, you don't know how to attack those situations. So I think now we've gotten a lot better at that. It's felt like more genuine with what we've actually done in the end, which is, I'm really happy to hear you say that word, because that's exactly what we were trying to do.
Yeah, look, man, it's an absolute killer album. I've enjoyed listening to it over the last week or so.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I hadn't actually listened to you guys prior to finding the album, and then
Cool.
this came up.
Yeah.
It's really hard to place you guys on like the music or heavy music genre spectrum, I guess.
Yeah,
there's
sure.
like the post-hardcore and like the heavy rock and stuff like that, but then there's like pop punk and the real melodic stuff, like you said. How would you describe Tapestry's sound?
Like, I just say post-hardcore because it's like the easiest blanket term, but like I can never really pinpoint it. I think like my biggest reference would like I was looking back on records that I absolutely loved when I was in high school, and I was like, I really like A Day to Remember Homesick, because there's so many different elements to that record, and that's actually what I really liked about it. So when we were going into attacking our record, I was like, I kind of don't really care about just staying in one lane. We can try it, and if it works, maybe it will. But yeah, it was cool to be able to play around with all those different genres and actually get to a finished track with them.
Yep. Yeah,
I don't know how to put a genre on it for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky, but it works.
Yeah, so I'm glad to hear that.
And yeah, like you said, like being able to flow with it, same as like taking inspiration from A Day to Remember. They had that ability to like mix and match everything and put it together.
Yeah,
I'd have to say Descent is my favorite track off the record.
Yeah, sick.
Have you got a favorite, or is it one of those like picking your favorite child kind of deal?
It does change. Like, I think my favorite for the longest time has been the title track. Only because it does have like lyrically, it kind of, I guess, sums up the whole record. And there's just so many moments in it which I love, and I just think it's one of the best choruses that we've ever written. So yeah, that's probably been the most constant track that I've loved the most, for sure.
Do you have a favorite that you like performing live?
I think it would be between that and I Don't Belong Here. Purely, I really do like playing that title track live, because when it gets to the end bit, I don't have to sing anymore, and I can just really like slam into the drums as hard as I want to. So I always really enjoy that bit. But yeah, I Don't Belong Here always feels really good live as well to play.
Yeah, nice. That was the first track I heard, and it's
sick.
Yeah, excellent track. Like you said, you guys obviously had a massive shift in location, starting out in Northern Territory and then moving down to Melbourne. And that was after the release of the first record, hey?
Yeah, so that was there was a fair bit of time in between both releases. So yeah, we did that first release, and then it was probably a year and a bit when we moved down to Melbourne.
Yeah, right. So obviously you had COVID as well, but were there, like, that's a massive gap between recording. Was there other forces at play, or was it all like, let's get together, let's get it done, oh, this is happening? And
yeah, the biggest thing that delayed it was we obviously had the record pretty ready to go like in 2020, and we kept we would schedule this time in to record. Being in Melbourne, there was just so many lockdowns, and every time we would get to go do that, it would be another lockdown and then another lockdown, and it kept happening. So like in it was like end of 2021, I think. I decided, I was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna record it myself. And so that ended up happening, and it was good. We got all the guitars and stuff done. But the biggest setback was when everything opened back up. Myself and the vocalist both work full time, but different days of the week. So we were trying to track this record while working full time, and it just wasn't happening quick enough. So we had to get someone in, and blah blah blah. Like it's the way the cookie crumbles. But ended up, we got it done. But the biggest delay was just all the lockdowns causing our studio time to, just constantly delay everything.
Man, being up here in Queensland, completely forgot that Melbourne got screwed over with all that.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like the actual lockdowns went for almost a year. And there was like so many little breaks. And I was like, yeah, it's brutal. It sucks.
But it obviously fueled something in the album, because it is.
Yeah, I think it does like kind of show that bit of, I guess, frustration and angst in a way. So I'm glad that, we went through it in a way. I'm trying to make a positive thing out of a negative thing. It did add something to it for sure. Yeah,
nice. So are you guys geared up to keep touring the hell out of this new record, or are you like chewing at the bit to get back into the studio?
There's a bit of both, to be honest. Like, we really want to back this up relatively quickly. Like, we've already started writing and that, which is really exciting. But yeah, like the first half of next year, we want to try and tour as much as we can, because there's still so much we haven't done with this record, that we really plan to. So yeah, we'll hopefully do a bit of both, heaps of touring, heaps more writing, and see what happens.
Yeah, nice. So you're just going to keep it national, or are you planning to go overseas?
Like, we would love to. There's absolutely nothing that's looking like it's going to happen in the near future. But you never know with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's
it can change within 24 hours. So we're hoping for it, but we'll wait for that to come through.
Oh man, well, fingers crossed. Dude, it was awesome to have a chat with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks so much, man.
Again, awesome. Congratulations on the new album, The Pain You Desire, The Love You Deserve, which is out now. So everyone can go check that out, because it is amazing.
Thanks so much, man. You're a legend.
No worries. Can't wait to see you guys at Good Things and hopefully catch up.
Yep. See you there. Cheers.
Awesome.